That's right.
Welcome to the Kobe Bryant Film Room. This is the 2006, Western Conference first round matchup, Game 7 between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. So I decided to rewind it back a little bit so that you guys can see, you guys who are new can get an overall picture of everything that's happened in part one. Because it has to be broke down and it has to be explained, because a lot of people haven't watched the series and they're going off of what other people say, right? And that's problematic because the series, as you guys know, from the Lakers side of it, there was a lot of strategy involved in their approach, in their game plan, right? And if you're the casual fan, most casual fans do not care about strategy, right? They just see players running around shooting the ball into a basket. They don't understand the game. They don't understand the plays. And I'm here to break all that down, right? And in this video right here, going to the second half, Kobe Bryant had 23 points, shooting 60% from halftime. Right, so let me go ahead and play this halftime interview by Shawn Marion, so you guys can get an understanding of Phoenix's approach to the game.
Facing the improbable, the Suns have won 2 consecutive elimination games. They tied the series. We're in Game 7, and the Suns, who closed that quarter 15-9, are running and looking at advancing. Unbelievable story. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Sean, you guys got off to another great start tonight with the home crowd. How'd you do it?
We see on the energy, man, on both ends of the floor. The crowd is behind us 100%, so we go out here just playing hard.
Barbosa again giving you a big lift off the bench. If he has to play big minutes with Nash in the second half, injured, what do you expect?
Well, I think he'll bring it. We got the momentum going right now. We got to keep tempo up the game and keep playing our game and be fine.
Kobe got 23, 24 in the first half. Can you live with that?
Yeah, we can live with that. Definitely. We're about 15. Okay. Yeah.
All right, John.
So once again, if you guys watched part one, you would have heard me say Shawn Marion and the Phoenix Suns don't give a fuck if Kobe scores, right? What they want to do is, like he said, push the pace. Leandro Barbosa was mentioned. He's one of the guys who upped his play, whose job it is to speed up the pace once he comes into the game, right? And so when you understand that, you understand that the Lakers' game plan is to slow down the game. You did not want to speed up the game in a situation like this. You want to slow it down, see if you could draw fouls, see if you get a high percentage shot from your big man, because you're trying to neutralize their offense from going fast up and down the court, which is what they want to do, right? So let's continue.
Congratulations. Let's go to our Atlanta studios and Ernie Johnson. BJ?
All right, thank you, D.A. And welcome to the deal. Halftime report. Decisive game 7 in the first round. The only game 7 of the opening round. 60-45. The Suns with a 15-point advantage over the Lakers. Ernie Johnson, Caleb Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. Everything going the Suns' way in the first half, with the exception of what happened there late in the half when Steve Nash came down and came back up gimpy and then left for the locker room before time ran out. A little collision there with the big.
Okay, so right here, Steve Nash gets injured, and this is important because this is a pivotal point in the game, and this is going to play a role going forward to the Lakers' strategy in the third quarter. So keep in mind, Steve Nash got an ankle injury.
Sean Marion. And so we will see, and obviously we're going to report from David Aldridge during half as the condition of Steve Nash is under his own power. But what are your thoughts, Charles, on the first half? A 15-point game for the Suns.
This game is over. I told you that before the game. The Suns gonna run them out the building. But it's once they got their tempo, you see the game has gotten gradually worse. Even when the Lakers are playing well, once fans want to play like this, they're on pace for 120 points, and the Lakers cannot beat them. The only way the Lakers can beat them is slow it down and pound them. But I think the reason this game is over, when you're down 15 points, you can't play slow. You can't.
So this is the strategy, right? The strategy was to slow them down, like I said. And what Charles said was, once you're down that much, you have a decision to make. We have no choice but to speed up the game, right? But another way you could look at it as, hey, let's slow down the game and see if we can get them in foul trouble and stop the clock. Right, you're playing from behind. So playing from 15 down back in the day was a lot. Considering the fact that the Lakers were I think they were only averaging as a team 94 points per game. In Phoenix, in the series, we held them to like 96 or something like that, or 90. We held them to 90 something points per game. And in the wins, they're around 116 points, which is modern era type of offense. So with our two bigs, with Lamar and Kwame, in order to have them on the floor, we can't run. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You're not going to run with Lamar Odom and Kwame. Instead, what you're going to do is the best bet to match up with Phoenix is you're going to have to use your advantages and use your size. So what you could propose that they play faster, they play more up and down, but how? You know what I'm saying? When you don't have the horses. Also, the defense side of it. The defense side of it is problematic because the Suns went small, and we just can't match up with them going small. There's a mismatch damn near at every position, right? So on a switch, they're always getting switched out on the big. It's not like the modern day era to where you have all these wings that you could put on a position and you can switch everything. You can't switch everything here because we don't have the personnel. So keep that in mind as well.
So the game is going to be played at Suns tempo for the rest of the night, no matter what.
Now this plays right into the hands of Kenny, whose pictures have to do with what the Lakers must do to get back in the game. First of all, I'm assuming, are you buying what Charles is selling here, that this game is over?
No, I'm not buying it, because when you play against an up-tempo team, they will let you back in the game. And because they are playing at an up-tempo pace. But the things that you have to get is you have to get easy shots, and you have to let Kobe Bryant be the great scorer that he is. And the one thing off the double team, he has to give the ball up. And when he does give the ball up, you have guys like Cook and Lamar Odom and Williamson that can really knock down shots. And then he can be what he is an arsenal of an array of different kind of shots and selections and all kinds of moves. But the one thing I always said too, Chuck, and this is what I was thinking about, when they said, yes, every now and then I think about, not about you, but the Brooklyn Clock is right twice a day. Well, this is one of these two times. And think about all of the, there you go, think about all of the guys on the Lakers. For 7 games, scorers inside, something that they're not accustomed to doing throughout the regular season. So I don't know if they can do it for 7 games. I think there's going to be games where Kobe has to be Kobe and get 45 or 50. Yeah. Because if you're a 10-point scorer, I don't think you can all of a sudden get 20 points. I know that sounds good in theory, but common sense tell you, this guy averaged 4 to 5 points a game against the Lakers. The Suns in the regular season, they lost every game.
So keep in mind what Charles said. Kobe was averaging 44 points per game this season in 2006. Look it up. He was it was either 42 or 44. It was something outrageous, right? I think it was 42. Like around 42 points per game, right? This season. And the Lakers lost every single game. So scoring is not going to beat this team. Kobe himself is not going to beat this team. So Kobe being the winner that he is, and Phil Jackson being the great basketball mind that he is, decided, let's slow the game down. Let's use Kobe's teammates. So the idea was working. We had a 3-1 lead on them. Kwame, Lamar Odom, Luke Walton, those boys were playing well. His teammates stepped up. And shout out to those guys as well. They get a bad rap. And, you know, were they the greatest players? No. But they did come prepared to play in this series, right? They just couldn't hold up in Game 7. You know, they're playing against better players, right? They gave it the best they got. They just ain't have it that night. No excuses. Kobe lost this game, and he loses with his team, man. You know, you win with your team and you lose with your team. There's no separation over here. And so these guys were doing the best they could, man. They just ran out of gas. And ultimately, I don't know if they believed that they could beat the Suns after that bad Game 6 loss.
He got to make you, but he got accustomed to being on.
And that's actually, this right here, this is actually a good high percentage shot right there. He just missed, right? This is the shots that you want him to shoot. Still a good look.
The Suns have a weakness, that's inside, but it's just about tempo. And that's all that if he makes those shots, the tempo will be down 12. But if they can't beat the Suns, if the Suns are playing at their pace, it's all about tempo. And he can make shots, he can miss shots. But hey, in Game 5, when the Suns got that tempo going, they have not slowed down, and they cannot beat the Suns if they play at the Suns' pace.
I believe that too, and I also believe that's why you see what you're gonna see from Kobe in the second half, because I believe Kobe understood that as well, right? And we're gonna break everything down today, because there's this narrative that he quit. I do not personally believe Kobe quit, and I've spoken to a couple of guys, you know, who was around the situation, and spoke to Kwame Brown directly, asked him straight up, did Kobe quit? He said no, and then he went through the game plan strategy, which I believe him, right? It's important to break these things down, because everybody knows that the media did not like Kobe. So they're willing to say anything to kind of take away from him and his legacy or whatever. And as time goes on, it's easier to do that, especially with the younger generation who never watched him, right? So a lot of people haven't seen this Game 7, and really my homeboy Kev Magic is the only one who has this video available on YouTube in its full, in its entirety, right? So nobody's ever really took the effort to break this thing down but me. So let's go.
Plain and simple. And they're going to get ran out this building tonight. Kobe Bryant, it's not over. No, it's not 23. I'm going to make a run, but it don't matter, because they're going to have to play at Phoenix's pace, and that's what Phoenix want to do. Everybody play again. We'll see. Remember, Barbosa has 15 of these things, not to be confused with the Barber Road, the Kentucky Derby.
So see, there's reasons why Charles is writing the Lakers off. He's writing us off because Phoenix has just an overall better team, and they're a mismatch for us, right? Also, like 15 points, like we said, 15 points back then was a significant lead, right? It's not like today where you get up by 20 and then the other teams kind of let you back in. Phoenix could let us back in if they were missing shots. But this night they had it going. So let's speed up to the game.
With Doug Collins, Kevin Harlan, 95% of America thinks this game is over. Are you on the other 5%?
This game is far from being over. Kevin, what LA has to hope for is a quick start so they can get back to going inside. Charles made a great point at halftime. When you're behind, it's tough to go inside and slow the game down when you're down by 15 or 16 points. So if they can get themselves back in the game, then they don't have to go small ball and try to match the Lakers. They actually took 14 threes in the first half. The Lakers, the Suns only took 8, so they played out the way they wanted to play.
So check this shit out. We're shooting terrible from the field. That's number one. 40% to Phoenix is 60%. They on fire. 4 for 14 from the three balls not falling. 3 of 8 from the 3. Phoenix is really not that shooting that great either. They're getting a lot of 2-pointers. I want you to check this out. Fast break points. This is the difference. Turnovers. We're turning over the ball. We're missing shots. Phoenix is getting out running. 13 points of fast breaks. And you probably can attribute a lot of that to Leandro Barbosa. That motherfucker was fast, bro. Points in the paint, 20 to 30. We're losing that battle even though we're dumping the ball down low. The guys just can't hit their shots this game, right? Bench points. Our bench hasn't been doing shit. Phoenix bench is giving them 23 points. And that's the difference. And that's Barbosa. That's Barbosa, man.
After the first 4 games of the series.
About 60% shooting for the Phoenix Suns and 40% shooting in the Los Angeles Lakers. As we take a look at our Chrysler game summary, +9 in fast break points for the Phoenix Suns. So that there was a big scare involving the Phoenix Suns. And their focus, Steve Nash, late in the first half. Ran and collided, and Doug Collins moments ago asked Steve, was it a knee, was it a thigh, was it an ankle? And Steve said it was an ankle. And for more on that story, let's move on. David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Steve Nash sprained his ankle with 51.9 seconds left in the half. Athletic trainer Aaron Nelson tells me they spent most of the half doing stretching exercises. They gave him a little bit of treatment. Stretching exercises designed to enhance the stability of the ankle. He says that it's fine. I asked Steve Nash how he felt. He said, we'll see, guys. That's how playoff series change in a blink of an eye. You get your key player hurt, he slows down at all. Now you take away all that penetration, all those fast breaks, all the things he does. 15-point lead, 24 minutes to go. You've got Kobe Bryant over there who's had a brilliant first half. But Kevin, the front line, starting front line of the Los Angeles Lakers, Odom Walton, Kwame Brown, 4 of 16. And they were delivering. Phil had to go to a small team.
So, once again, Kobe shooting 8 for 13, still down 15. His teammates aren't doing that great. Brian Cook has been okay, but everybody else has been kind of terrible, right? As far as from a scoring standpoint.
He kept them in the game somewhat here right now. He has to hope that his teammates can come out and be much better in the second half.
Do we still look done for the Los Angeles Lakers shot discipline, or do you think more of an emphasis on Kobe? He'll play more like he did on Thursday in Los Angeles in Game 6.
I think you're going to go back inside to see if the big guys can make it work. And if they can't get it going, if Phil Jackson does not have time to waste, he's going to have to get guys out there on the floor that are performing.
So y'all hear that? What the strategy is? Let's go through this again, so people out there can know, right? And if you haven't watched part 1, shame on you. Go back, watch part 1, man. Check it out so you can understand what I'm talking about.
The big guys can make it work, and if they can't get it going.
So let's check this out.
Emphasis on Kobe, he'll play more like he did on Thursday in Los Angeles in Game 6.
I think you're going to go back inside to see if the big guys can make it work. And if they can't get it going, if Phil Jackson does not have time to waste, he's going to have to get guys out there on the floor that are performing.
Seventh and decisive.
So we're going back to the bigs. Y'all heard that, right?
decisive game of this series, which the Lakers at one time led 3 games to 1. At that point, there was a 96% chance.
Now I want y'all to look at this. You know, I hate to keep pausing it, but I gotta break this stuff down. I want y'all to look at this, right? Look at this pick and roll action right here. Look at this.
Decisive game of this series, which the Lakers at one time led.
So look, Steve Nash is coming around. Set up off ball screen. Look, check this out. So now, right, you got Smush and Kwame in action, right? Steve Nash is gonna get the pick from Diaw to get the advantage on Kwame. I don't know why. Smush is going under the screen. I don't know why. He needs to go over the screen. But that's a wide open shot, right? Kwame really doesn't feel comfortable stepping out to the perimeter. He wants to stay and guard the basket. Smush should have jumped over the screen and went around it to try and contest that shot. And he's lucky they missed. He missed.
96% chance the Lakers will go on and win. But facing elimination, the Phoenix Suns have won 2 straight elimination games. Which brings us to the 7th and decisive game of the series.
When a guy hurts his ankle, the first thing to look for is what kind of lift he has in his shot. He was very short on that shot attempt.
Shot clock is at 5.
So as you can see, I'm pretty sure the instructions is whoever Nash is guarding, attack him, right? Because of that ankle, right? Back in the day, we used to take advantage of mismatches. If a player was hurt and we knew about it, we attacked his ass, right? And here you go, Smush doing what he's supposed to do, attacking the injured player. Nash is not even a great defender when he's healthy. So you attack him when he's injured, you got a major advantage there. Can't make him pay, right?
Tonight, but even inside, a little jumper can't do anything there.
I think Boris Diaw might have to be more of a primary ball handler here in the second half. Sean took a little flip shot and he gets it to go.
Good shot by Sean Marion.
Ability of helping Nash handle the basketball.
Nash just set the screen for Diaw on that shot. And Marion who puts it down. Now Sean Marion has 10 points and 7 rebounds.
So we're gonna check because this is supposedly the quit game. We're gonna check to see Kobe's demeanor and his energy. And if he's giving off vibes that he quit, that he gave up.
Off a 20 and 10 performance the other night. Odom. And Kobe was at 4-3. Carter, the rotation to Walton.
So there you see, right? Here you see Kobe curling around. Lamar attacks. Gives up the rock to Kobe. Kobe thinks about taking the shot, but he's going to have 2 defenders closing out. And he sees his teammate wide open on the other side, right? Hockey assist. He makes the pass, so Smush can make the pass. Hockey assist. Cash. That's good basketball.
That is the first 3 points he has scored in the second half in 3 games. It's a belt for the other end. Right back at you.
See, and Roger just comes right back. That shit's crazy. How fast he got that shot.
He has scored in the second half in 3 games. It's a belt for the other end.
And see right there, that's on Kobe, right? Let's go back. Let's see what's really. This plays on Kobe right
That
here.
is the first 3 points he has scored in the second half in 3 games.
So Kobe was bird watching right here. That's too far to be off Raja. Yeah, that's Kobe's fault.
It's a belt for the other end.
That's costly right there. That's costly.
Lakers can't exchange field goals. They've got to start getting some stops. Kwame Brown's going to go to work on a point blank shot.
So here we go right back to Kwame.
Lakers can't exchange field goals.
Right back to Kwame in the post. Diaw's undersized, right? So Kwame's got this is good basketball, bro. Dump it aside to your bigs. He's bigger than DL.
Start getting some stops.
Take advantage of the mismatch. Kwame just missed. That's a shot that, you know, that he can make. He's capable. He's capable of making that. Phoenix is running the ball back up, speeding up the tempo.
Last time he played on this floor, he was 6 of 6. James Jones fouled by Bron.
See, and that right here, they're speeding up the tempo, and in transition, Kwame wants to get back to DL, right?
Percentage has been very high. It was only 1 of 8 tonight.
Now, check this out.
Last time he played on this floor, he
So that left Kwame matched up with James Jones. This is a bad matchup. So Kwame, in order to not give up the three, closed out.
6 of 6.
That's a foul.
Jones fouled by Bron.
Gets
The
two
second on
shots.
Kwame. Yep.
That's a smart play by James Jones. See, the Lakers big men are getting switched a lot. And you're asking Kwame Brown to step out on the floor and play these quicker defenders. And he's a shot blocker. He wants to go. So what he raises up. So you can't do that when you're out on the perimeter because now they can take the ball past you. So you have to have great discipline. It looks like Kwame Brown might be coming out of the game. It looks like Ronnie Turiaf.
See, I think this move right here, I don't think this was a good move at this time. Even though Ronnie Turiaf can't give you good energy, I would have kept Kwame in there a little bit
Might
longer.
be coming in. I think Phil Jackson's looking for anything
Yeah, I would have kept him in a little bit longer.
to give his team a lift. Remember now, the other night he had 8 points and 9.
But I don't have six. I don't have what Phil Jackson got 11 championships. I don't have 11 championships or 10, whatever the fuck he had. Yo, he has 11, 6 with Jordan, 5 with Kobe.
minutes. July
I'm tripping.
fire off that bench in game 2 when they won in here.
Looked like Brown and Jackson just exchanged words over on the sideline. It was interesting when the Los Angeles
So Kwame, he doesn't want to come out the game.
Lakers were up 3 games to 1. They began to
I gotta ask him about that too. I gotta get him on here because I gotta ask him about that moment.
lose 1 game after another, which brings us to this 3-3 7th game.
He probably don't even remember that shit, but
We got mentally weak after we had that 3 games to 1.
if he does, I'll ask him.
Said 2 when they won here at Phoenix on Tuesday in game 5.
The triangle is a very much of a rhythm offense.
Walton inside, Oda can't tip it, Turiaf with
Good energy by
inside.
Turiaf. And I want you to look at this. So Kobe's making it a point to keep his guy as far away from his defender as far out as possible.
The triangle is a very much of a rhythm offense.
Walton inside, Oda can't tip it, Turiaf with energy inside.
That's what he brings. Second shots, but the Suns are going to run the ball right back at you. You've got to get back in transition.
It's Bell. Oh, there's a foul on Turiaf. A hard one at that as Diaw crumbles to the floor. Turiaf picks up his first. 9.5 to play here.
Back, he said he would. Well, guys, you know, Ronnie Turiaf and Boris Diaw are best friends. And Doug, you talked about fraternization earlier. These guys have had dinner almost every night during this series. Turiaf said he would have no problem giving a hard foul to his best friend Diaw if he had to. He said, hey, look.
Another pick and roll. Look at the mismatch. Look at the mismatch right here. Now, nowadays, they would switch that, right?
He plays for the Suns and I play for the Lakers. But we're going to try to win this thing, guys.
That's we have a mismatch everywhere, bro.
Nash to Diaw.
And Smush, I don't know what you can't. There's nothing he can do. I mean, DL's just bigger. You know what I'm saying?
A smaller player. I'm shocked that the Lakers are continuing to play defense like that on that screen. Oh, that lead is pushed back to 19. Well, Kevin, this is a real offense. So if they're going to use clock, they're not going to get shots up quickly at the basket.
And Bell inside. And speaking of the Lakers, Walton can't hit right there.
Okay, so it's 50 to 69, right?
And their dismal shooting percentage tonight. It was absolutely destroying LA. Bell.
It's going to be a basket. Somebody grabbed the rim and it was up on the cylinder. Everything going to the Phoenix.
So I think Turiaf grabbed the rim right there.
Los Angeles Lakers team is looking for Walton Turiaf. now is the
Yeah, he grabbed the rim.
jury out to grab the cylinder. He grabbed the cylinder to get the shape, so you got the 2 points.
If that was a shot, that's why it was. If that was a shot, that's why it counts.
Unfortunately, I like to see that.
Okay, so Kobe dumping the ball down low.
Call last night on Gilbert Arenas.
And see, look at the defense, right? That's a double team on Lamar Odom, right? Lou Walton's open. Lamar don't see him. There you go. Finally got it to him. They try to recover. Luke probably should have shot that shit. Luke should have shot that shit. But Luke takes the ball off the dribble. Parker with the brick, but they get the boards. Good take. So right now, there is some level of scoring from the teammates, and they're playing with energy. That's the offense that they decided to run through Lamar Odom.
Inside, and Parker is 3 of 10.
Mike D'Antoni very upsetting as Smush Parker
There's a pick. Here we go again.
shot.
Mismatch.
Nobody rebounds the ball. Everybody runs from the
Here we go again. They're going to run the same shit.
out to get on the fast break.
Down from their man, Diallo with the pass, and back to Boris.
The same exact shit. That looked like a clean strip. I ain't going to hold you. Let's go back.
On the ball, everybody runs from the Suns, running out to get on the fast break.
Down from their man, Diallo with the pass, and back to Boris.
Yeah, that's a clean strip, man.
Unless they change it now, he and Joe Forte, the former ACC official over there, talking with Jamie. His dad was a long-time NFL. Here's Forte.
Gonna call, I think maybe inadvertent whistle. Gonna call inadvertent whistle and call a jump ball here.
His dad officiated 4 Super Bowls. And Jamie
Man.
Mike D'Antoni's not going to hear about that right now. Sean Marion, I thought, should be shooting 2 free throws. So what happens is, inadvertent whistle, nobody has possession, so you jump it up. See, anybody can jump. Now, if anybody loses possession, you're going to have Odom jumping against Sean Marion. Let's see who can get up the quickest. Marion very quick off his feet in this situation.
So Kobe looks engaged, y'all. Kobe looks engaged. He looks completely engaged right now.
You know what I love about NBA players? They didn't grow up with jump balls. Like my generation, they don't know where to get.
So take a look at the clock. 8 minutes to go.
Alternating possession in college, so they don't ever get jump balls.
There goes the pick, the switch, right there. Mismatch. Mismatch, they run the same shit. So Phoenix kind of flipped the script on us. They're kind of playing big, even though we tried to use our bigs against them.
Second for the Los Angeles Lakers. Diallo, who is from France, will be at the line. People wonder a guy like Diallo, 6'9", got his great passing skills, and he was growing up in France. He had older brothers. And the only way they would let the younger boys play with the older kids is if he passed the ball and never shoot. He says, that's where I hold my passing game. Before going to France. And now should has continued. He was one of the few players in the NBA this year that averaged over 6 rebounds and over 6 assists a game.
Kobe Bryant is not taking a shot yet. Well, I should say Kobe Bryant just took his
So
first.
there goes Kobe. He took a shot. He missed it, right?
He was one of the few players in the NBA this year that averaged over 6 rebounds and over 6 assists a game.
Kobe Bryant is not taking a shot yet. Well, I should say Kobe Bryant just took his first shot.
7 minutes, 46 seconds.
In this third period, played almost 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
And the Lakers done it started the quarter 3 of 12 from the field.
Mike D'Antoni moving over that clock and just wants it to keep moving. When you're in the lead like this, you don't want that clock to stop.
Didn't move fast enough.
Cannot move quickly enough.
Nash, Diallo,
steal.
Overpassing there, he should have taken that shot. That's 5 turnovers. It looks like he's limping a little bit on that right ankle.
Came down funny, Doug, when he left in the air and then over the floor.
Be out there recognized. Now, Torios not going to shoot jump shots. He get back in the lane and help.
So there goes a mismatch in the post.
Look at the hustle of Torios with volleyballs and back to Bryant, the NBA scoring champion this past season.
They're running right back to the post.
Bryant's got 23.
Very content right now. But just to play within the flow of the offense.
Turnover.
And when is he going
So,
to get into that lane?
some of the keys of the game is to not turn over the ball. The Lakers cannot keep turning over the ball. That's one of their keys to winning, and they're failing that.
Mentality of like, we're going down, we're down 21. I'm going to have to start firing like he did in the first half because right now his teammates are not producing.
Turnovers have not been the big story in this game as they have been the previous 6.
Well, they're taking better care of the basketball, but the shooting has been atrocious.
36% for LA. And on the flip side, the Suns 62% for the game. Sean Marion diving inside.
Good defense.
Order the rebound. And he collects only his third of the game. He's been averaging in double figures in rebounding this series.
Good pass. That was a good pass. He just missed the shot.
Rebound by Dion.
And the Suns will live with that all day. Luke Walton out shooting 3-point shots.
Dion with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Nash with the miss.
Can't leave Nash open like that.
Shots a little flat.
Our defense is terrible.
Guys with their legs and their legs.
Double team on Kobe. Trying to attack Nash.
Defensive group.
Now keep in mind, they're trying to go at Nash as well. So the game plan is to give it to the bigs, or if you see Nash, attack Nash. You can clearly see that.
Coaches in Phil Jackson's position right now would probably be calling more frequent timeouts. He's notorious for letting his team work through troubles. They're not calling a timeout.
I think he's hoping that somehow they can find some kind of rhythm. Kobe Bryant steps up and makes the technical free throw. Now you've got Devin George coming in for Luke.
So we're down 20.
Small ball for the Lakers again. Devin George, one of the few guys in this series for the Lakers who's shooting the ball well from the three-point line. He's 9 of 19 and hit 3 big threes in both Game 4 and Game 6 the other night to help the Lakers make those pushes.
Parker for 3. Finally,
So Smush hits a 3, right?
it's 1 to drop. And that
6 minutes to go in the third.
is a breakthrough for the LA offense. The front line of the Lakers.
Pay attention to that clock.
2 of 9 1 of 8 Kwame Brown.
Trying to run that pick. There goes a mismatch. Repost.
Over the pass to Jones for 3.
James Jones makes us pay.
See, they're switching the screen low, going into the double teaming, and somebody gets a 3. That's a big 3 because Bush Parker had come down, didn't have his match, and he pushed that lead right back to 20 once again.
So they try and go right back to that mismatch. The Lakers cannot hold on to the ball, and it's a bad foul. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that.
Right back to 20 once again.
So they're trying to, it looks like they got 2 mismatches right there. Steve is hurt, and then Lamar's got a size advantage on Sean Marion. So he tried to go to Lamar, and he just couldn't hold on to it. 5 minutes to go.
He's looking over at the bench right now. I can only imagine what's going on in that competitive heart of his right now. He sees his team down 20. He's got to be so frustrated. The guys that have helped him so much in this series aren't here today for him.
They've got a timeout.
Or new Frescata sandwiches.
You've always been a proponent of following specific statistical areas. These are the 4 that
They killing us all around.
The Suns are plus 2 points in the lane, plus 9 on the break. You expect that they have 11 more assists. They're shooting 24% better from the three-point line. But what's happened, with them getting into a big lead, they've had to go small. They've actually attempted 19 threes today. The Suns 12. So they're playing out of their comfort level, shooting threes right now. They normally shoot 19 for a game. They have 19 already here with 5:20 to go in the third period.
Kwame Brown has come in for Turion.
So Kwame's back out there. That's too easy. That's too easy. So let's see. So the pick on Smush. Oh, that's too easy. There's no communication on that action at all. That is bad. So here comes Kobe. So look y'all. 4 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Look at that wall they built around Kobe. 3 defenders right there. Kobe passes the ball. His teammates trying to hold on to it. Kobe's still engaged, right? He's still cutting, he's still moving, he's still making an effort, he's still engaged.
Barbosa's back in the game at his speed as is Ken Thomas. So guys were 9 for 11 in the first half for 23 points.
That's a foul. That was the 5th foul of the entire game, and Rajah's got 2.
Look at the weak side. Devin George is hugging his man over at the 3-point line. You're 2 passes away from the ball. You've got to be back in the lane.
Yeah. So here's a double team on Kobe, right? And in fact, it's almost a triple team because of how close Barbosa is. So Kobe takes a fade, 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go, takes a fadeaway 3-pointer. No good. So let's take a look at that.
And over at the 3-point line.
Let's go
You're
back.
2 passes away from the ball. You've got to be back in the lane.
Bryant, screen by Brown on Bell. This 3-point shot, Doug. That's a foul. It's inside on the ball. That was the 20th 3-point voice in this game by the Los Angeles Lakers. That's his own.
So Kobe missed the jumper.
Going into the 4th quarter. These next 4:30, the Lakers got to make a push, and the Suns got to stay firm and maybe even make a move. You want to totally dispirit this team and take them with the 4th quarter. There can be no heroics from Kobe Bryant. You got to remove heroics from the equation today.
The Suns are perfect 11 of 11 tonight from the free throw line. Sean Marion, a 3-time All-Star, the highest paid Phoenix player. He was a U.S. Olympian in 04. He will be again in 08.
Phil Jackson called the open set. That's when Odom comes down from the top and just plays one-on-one. This is the old Scottie Pippen.
Okay, so listen to what he's saying.
04,
Listen to this, y'all. Listen. Listen.
Phil Jackson called the open set. That's when Odom comes down from the top and just plays one-on-one. This is the old Scottie.
So Phil Jackson called this play. This play is called the open set. I'm going to run that back for the people who are slow.
Olympian in 04. He will be again in 08.
Phil Jackson called the open set. That's when Odom comes down from the top and just plays one-on-one. This is the old Scottie Pippen play in Chicago. Just don't let him tack off the dribble.
So that's the Scottie Pippen play that they played in Chicago, called by Phil Jackson. So Phil Jackson's making these play calls, y'all.
Jackson called the open set. That's when Odom comes down from the top and just plays one-on-one. This is the old Scottie Pippen play in Chicago. Just don't let him tack off the dribble.
So everybody wondering why Kobe's not cutting, why Kobe ain't cut. Why? Because Lamar Odom's going to the basket. You want to draw your defender out so that he could attack. This is an old Chicago Bulls play. And he draws the foul, he stops the clock.
Foul call on the Phoenix Suns. The Suns on their 7th run right now with like Tim Thomas, and it was Thomas who picked up the foul. The second assessed Thomas.
So Phil and Kobe must have talked about this, about what they were gonna run and everything like that. Not sure if he 100% agreed with it or what, but this is what they decided to run. So when I say Kobe followed the instructions of his coach, I mean it. I'm not making shit up.
And Lamar Odom at the line. This is his second career Game 7. Played a Game 7 with the Miami Heat before Ryan.
This is video evidence of everything I've been talking about. Video evidence of it, because I know I had conversations with people on my lives and in chats and group texts and all that shit and in real life and whatever. And this is video footage of what I was saying.
Shooting over 70%, 65% actually at the free throw line in this series.
First trip tonight. Nails it. Tomorrow on ABC, it's Dallas and San Antonio, and Cleveland and Detroit. Both of those are Game 1s. Friday on ESPN, it's Miami, New Jersey.
80-57, y'all. Look at the score.
On ESPN.
Check the matchups now. George is on Barbosa. Kwame Brown on Bell. Kwame Brown on Tim Thomas with a tough matchup, which he takes Kwame out of the paint. And if he helps, you get a three from Thomas.
Sparkles have been
All right.
by Brown. Thomas going by
Gotta help. That's us.
Tim Thomas thought he was grabbed as he tried to go past Kwame Brown on that drive. We go right back to that open set once again and let Odom just attack and try to get to the free.
So here we go, going right back to that open set, like Doug Collins said.
Tim Thomas thought he was grabbed as he tried to go
So it's
past
4 minutes to go.
Kwame Brown on that drive. We go right back to that
3:59.
open set once again and let Odom just attack and try to get to the free throw line. If I'm Steve Nash, I get right back in there, make him throw the ball to Switch Parker.
They're going right back to Odom. That's per Phil Jackson, and it worked.
Steve Nash.
This is per Phil Jackson, y'all. And this shit was working the whole series. So what did Kobe decide to do? Trust his teammates and trust his coach.
As he tried to go past Kwame Brown on that drive. We go right back to that open set once again and let Odom just attack and try to get to the free throw line. If I'm Steve Nash, I get right back in there, make him throw the ball to Switch Parker.
See, Kobe wanted him to stay right there. Kobe didn't want him to cut. Good dunk, though.
Only his second basket tonight. In 20 minutes, he's got 8 points.
He really looks for Kwame in there. He feels very confident looking for him to try to get him involved.
They've got to get him involved.
Those point-blank shots.
There goes a pick from Tim Thomas. And see, that's the mismatch. That's the mismatch they want. Barbosa on Kwame. Damn.
They just switch once again. Barbosa should just take the ball past Kwame.
He got it back. That's just, you can't expect Kwame to be able to stay out there. He's way faster. I mean, this dude is one of the quickest motherfuckers on the planet.
What a shot. What a shot.
And that was good defense actually by Kwame. Just a better shot. You and I had a great angle where he had his hand in his face.
It's a good shot.
What a lift by Barbosa.
Here we go. See, here we go again with Lamar Odom attacking per Phil Jackson.
That's a 17 point on 7 shots.
16 minutes for Leandro Barbosa. Parker.
There we go. Devin George with the brick.
Attempt by the Lakers. They've only hit 6. Here's Bell for 3.
Damn, that shit hurt.
The Phoenix Suns in the regular season were the #1 scoring team, the #1 free throw percentage team, and the #1 3-point shooting
So here we go. Kobe has the rock.
team in the NBA.
Kwame sets the pick.
6
Double team trap. Tim Thomas tries to recover.
for the Suns.
He gets it to Lamar so he can run the same shit.
Steve Nash
Entry pass to Kwame.
is just roaming right now. Just roaming.
No good. So they went right back to Phil Jackson's action. Right? So when I say, so niggas be thinking I'm capping, they be like, well, man, you just making up excuses. No, that's literally what they did. They went right back to Phil Jackson's play call.
13 for the Suns.
Steve Nash is
But
just roaming.
Kwame posts up, smaller player on him. He just missed the shot. He probably should have gotten a little deeper on that post position. But hey,
Nash is really went to
hindsight's 2020.
Barbosa at the other end, you can't snare the net.
Got lucky on that one.
Pass.
Steve is really limping on that
Getting that ass beat, nigga.
One of the reasons why, Doug, is the bench. Tonight, the bench 10 of 14 for Phoenix from the field.
Look at that. 24 points in the wins, 12 in the losses.
That's the difference in the game right now.
So they going right back.
30 points off
They're going right back to Phil Jackson. Y'all heard Doug Collins. This is Phil Jackson's offense. This is his play. They're going right back to that shit.
They struggled early tonight. That has not been the case. Lakers back to a small lineup.
So Kobe trying to space out the floor, but see, he realizes that they fucked up and that they don't have the action that they want. Look at this.
That's the difference in the game right now.
Look at this.
This year would get 30 points off their bench. They struggled
Look.
early tonight. That has
Kobe seeing what's going on, he gets stopped. Lamar Odom picks up his dribble right there.
not been the case.
Kobe's like, oh shit, let me try to cut. He's gonna space the floor and see. Everybody's wondering when they see footage of this game, they see Kobe just standing around. This is what the media likes to play. They like to play games with you over and over again. They see Kobe just standing around. No, Kobe, the reason why he's that far is because he's trying to draw his defender out so Lamar can operate. This is a play call from Phil Jackson. This is what Phil Jackson wanted to run.
Basketball.
And Vujacic is coming as well. Odom
And Lamar just don't got it tonight.
picked up by Sean Marion against Bryant.
Good defense. They got it back.
Careless turnover that time.
It's a three by Vujacic.
And so that's not a bad shot by Sasha. So all these people just want Kobe to just chuck up shots, but Sasha was wide open. Look at this.
Bryant. Vujacic breaks up the pass.
Not careless turnover that time.
So Kobe's still engaged. He still looks like he's engaged. Sasha pulls it. Brick. There goes Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom scores.
Tony does not want his team to get sloppy. Steve Nash is out.
1 minute to go in the third, right?
He finished this quarter strong.
Bosa's got 17. Right down the lane.
And this motherfucker, he's the reason why we lost this game, because he's speeding up the game. We don't have a matchup for him. He's too fast.
Steve Nash is out of the game. Finished this quarter strong.
Bosa's got 17. Right down the lane. 19 points for Leandro Barbosa off the bench, leading the Phoenix Suns tonight.
So they're going right back to it. And see Kobe Bryant directing the offense.
He's taken 2 shots
Look,
this
he's engaged.
quarter, both of them threes.
Looking at flip on the switch.
Look, he wants a pick. That's a double team right there. Kobe makes the pass to the corner. Brian Cook.
Devin Jordan.
4 for 23 are the Lakers from the 3-point line. That is not their game.
We're averaging 19 tries a game in the regular season.
Brick.
Missing a 3. Cook grabs the rebound.
1 minute to go.
That's the Suns
Here
game.
goes
One
Kobe.
quick shot.
And Kobe's role pretty much in this series, and pretty much for a good portion of the year, was as a facilitator. He was trying to facilitate the offense. Let's
Get it
continue.
up and down the floor.
He wants to pick. Kobe wants to pick.
24 points.
Brian Cook, that's supposed to be a shot.
Nice job running off that 3-point line. Making sure the ball on the floor.
No good.
Los Angeles Lakers are shooting 33% from the field.
We're going to get it across. It's going to be a violation here.
Just got
Oh,
one.
close. That 8 seconds goes quick. Vujacic all over Barbosa.
Good defense by Sasha. It's too big.
George picks up a foul.
It's too big.
Tough matchup. I'll tell you,
Pause. 89-62.
I love guys who know how to play. He's a basketball player. Put it on the floor. Here's the whistle. Continuation off the glass. This is great. This is the young guy growing up in the heat of the playoffs. But maybe needing him the most. He was at his
Kobe
best.
disappointed like a motherfucker. Look at this shit, bro. Oh, timeout.
This is great. This is the young guy growing up in the heat of the playoffs. But maybe needed him the most. He was at
Look at this shit. Look at this. This is, look, their bench. They got 19 off the bench from Barbosa. He killed us. D out 18. These guys weren't playing good in the other games. Marion 14, Bell 13. So you have 4 people in double figures. Nash has really, you know, just been running the offense. Really ain't been killing us that much, except for the mismatches and switches and shit.
It was a throw in a trade this past summer with the Atlanta Hawks. The team here listed as a
90 to 62, we getting our ass beat.
bigger players came trumping up for the Suns. They started playing center and power
All right.
forward. Boris Diaw has turned everybody from
There goes the pass. But look at the defense.
the team here listed as a guard. When injuries to bigger players came trumping up for the Suns.
Look at this
They started
defense.
playing center and power forward. Boris Diaw
Right?
has turned everybody
Probably should have gave it to Sasha. Kobe missed his cue.
from the 7'6" man to point guard.
So the correct pass was.
He shoots for 3.
So
puts it in.
Kobe missed Sasha.
They started playing center and power forward. Boris Diaw
He missed him. He should have gave him the ball right there.
7'6" man to
But that's actually a good pass by Brian Cook.
guard. He shoots for 3. He puts it in.
Kobe's not even looking for a shot right now, just looking for these other guys to shoot the ball.
So part of him saying, well, I told you I'm going to win. What is it?
He's like, I'm going to trust my teammates here.
Well,
All right, so that's the quarter, right?
we're either going to see Kobe go like crazy on the floor to the Los Angeles Lakers are going to be a part of playoff history, leading a series 3 games to 1 and losing. Right now, they're losing big in Phoenix in Game 7 on TNT. Phoenix Suns are shooting 60% from the field. A commanding lead, Game 7 going to the 4th quarter over Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, it's interesting, when Dallas was playing at the Lakers in 02, the Lakers trailed by 27 after 3 quarters. Kobe switched over, guarded Nash. He had 21 in the quarter. They went on to win that game 105-103. It's going to take all those kind of heroics and more today, right now. You got 3 inches on the floor with Cook, Swish, Parker.
So Kobe still looks engaged. He don't look like he's quitting.
Bryant along with Devin George. Well, Kobe trying to go to work here now. Trying to shoot his team back here in this game.
Kobe wants the post.
Shot clock is down to 7.
So y'all pay attention to Kobe. Pay attention to Kobe. Because they say he quit. Pay attention to him. Just watch Kobe.
Shot clock is down to 7.
So Kobe's still fighting for position. He's still active.
What a tough shot by Bryant.
Good shot. Right? Good shot by Brian Cook.
Shot clock is down to 7.
That's a tough shot by Brian Cook. That's a tough shot by Brian Cook. Shout out to Brian Cook.
Tough shot by Brian Cook. Usually a guy not known that much with his back to the basket. In Illinois, he was a guy that stayed on the perimeter most of the time and shot jump shots. Mike D'Antoni, you do not want turnovers. You want to get good shots at the basket and continue to run your offense. Do not get sloppy.
You got a lead like this. How hard is it to keep this lead?
Steve Nash, you see, just not himself right now.
Rick.
Trying to get in the lane there. Smith Parker knocked that ball loose from him once again.
Keeping up the intensity and the focus.
So look at Kobe. Brian Cook with a miss.
The home team in Game 7 wins 82% of the time. They had it twice last season. Detroit and Miami and Indiana. They Boston against the Suns.
Oh, that's bad defense. Bad defense. All right, so look up. They pretty much double teaming Kobe.
Nobody will help.
So Kobe wants the ball. See, right here. Right here. Kobe's calling for the ball. Look, he's calling for the ball. Brian Cook shoots that shit. Brick.
That's his game right there. That's the game that they'll catch him. Quick shoot.
Rick.
See, most coaches would say, nah, I don't like that shot. Nobody under the basket to rebound. My D'Antoni doesn't blink. That's our game. We're going to keep shooting. We're up 25. We're going to keep firing.
He wants right now. So
Say, nah, I don't like that shot.
so
Nobody
check
under
this
the
out.
basket to rebound. My
Right now, Kobe wants Smush Parker to attack Steve Nash.
D'Antoni doesn't blink. That's our game. We're going to keep shooting. We're up 25.
Check this out.
We're going to keep firing.
Attack him. Attack his ass. It's a blocking foul. Yep.
Now you have to start to worry a little bit. So Steve Nash, as he moves down the lane here,
He can't move, you attack him.
Where's the help? Nobody looking. William Chich has his back turned. Nobody helping, and then he takes a. He thought it was a charge here on Smush Park. He called a block, but one D'Antoni. Kobe Bryant.
So Kobe was trying to make a move. Offensive foul.
Helping, and then he takes a. He thought it was a charge here on Smush Park. He
So
called
take a look at Kobe.
one D'Antoni.
So he's trying to show effort.
The series with the Clippers starts Monday. At what point in time do you feel this game is such a situation that maybe you can get him out and start getting him treatment? But Monday will be here quickly if they go on to win this game.
Double team. Good defense.
What you do?
Well, I know what I would do. I would say, guys, let's not turn the ball over. Let's get some defensive stops, and then let's get this game over with.
So Kobe tried to make a move right there.
I know what I would do. I would say, guys, let's not turn the ball over. Let's get some defensive stops, and then let's get this game over with. Kobe threw that ball off the backboard.
And the referee called an offensive foul.
Let's
the
get
one
some
that-
defensive stops, and then let's get this game over with. Kobe threw that ball off the backboard.
Is this the demeanor of somebody who's quitting on his team? So have y'all seen the energy drop from Kobe? Is he quitting on his team right now? Y'all let me know. He just give up. It looked like effort to me. He just missed. He just threw up a bad shot.
Ball foul on Kobe. He threw that ball off the board to himself and threw Raja Bell out the way to get the offensive rebound. Watch this now. He goes up.
They double team.
And then he just pushes over Raja Bell to get the offensive rebound.
And then they score real quick. 94-67.
You talked to him before the game, and I said, "Phil, how do you feel?" And he said, "I feel good about this game today." He had his loud scream. He thought it would be like this today.
This game pisses me off watching it all over again.
Clemenson, 18, step-up play of the game. And all game long, it has been Leandro Barbosa. Off the bench, Barbosa is about 7 of 8.
That motherfucker's fast.
It's tied for the high score numbers at 19.
This nigga Barbosa, good pass.
This Thursday. The game was won by Phoenix in overtime. A game where the best defender, Raja.
We were playing old school basketball versus modern basketball. Phil Jackson still tried to run the double big lineup. Didn't pay out for us, man.
Bell was suspended. Out of the game. They called upon Barbosa, who answered beautifully. He was probably the hero in that big 14-6
Okay.
I think when you look at this series, that's the series really turning from the
So there goes Kobe trying to attack.
He was probably the hero in that big 14-6 win.
There goes Kobe trying to attack.
Diaz started playing great, and then you got Barbosa in the mix because those.
See, what they want you to remember, they want you to remember that play where Kobe's standing there telling Smush Parker to attack Steve Nash. But Steve Nash is injured. He should attack Steve Nash.
You guys are so valuable, and let's not forget Tim Thomas, who has been fantastic the entire series. This has been an incredible team effort. About 9 minutes and 32 seconds to really try to finish this thing off and move on to the next round.
Tim Thomas just picked up his third personal
There goes
foul.
Kobe with the pass. Back to Lamar. Lamar scores.
Kobe Bryant took 35 field goal attempts on Thursday. And tonight he has taken 16.
Steve Nash is not right now. He's really
So
struggling.
he's still engaged even on the defensive end. He's telling his teammates where to be.
And took 35 field goal
So
attempts
check him out.
on Thursday.
So watch Kobe on the defensive end.
16.
He's still talking, still communicating with his teammates.
Really struggling with that ball.
He's picked up his man. He picked up
Really keep your eye
picked up
on
Diallo.
Here's Thomas against Cook.
How about Tim Thomas? He is making himself a lot of cash right now. He's a free agent. And someone's looking at him 6
They're going right back to Lamar Odom.
put it on the floor, shoot the three, and more importantly,
Kobe
playing
wants to
under
rock.
pressure and playing well. Kobe's taken 3 shots this entire half. He's not gotten a field goal.
Good shot.
I'm telling you, Mike D'Antoni's got to be sitting there and saying, look, I'll live with those 2-point field goals right now. Wind that clock, come down, execute our offense.
Mismatch. Mismatch.
Odom is on net.
That switch
There
once
we go.
again, Diaz got it down on the post, takes a
Air
tough
ball.
And Vujicic will
There
take
goes
it.
Vujicic. Back to Kobe.
Bryant, very close.
Kobe trap. Brian Cook just jacked some shit up. We get it back. Vujicic missed. Brian Cook can't hold on to it.
Vujicic has disappeared the last 3 games.
Yes, he has. And you know, he's a young player. He's a young guy that's growing. It's a big experience for him. I'm shocked that Kobe
And this guy right here is going to be big for us in 2010. Don't worry about it, Sasha.
Bell checking out right now.
It's a huge story. When they need him the most, and he can do it, as we have seen countless times. It's not been a part of his.
Good pass.
Marion gets it outside, took a shot to the head, a foul call. It's on Los Angeles Lakers, and Kobe has just been tagged with his 4th and did it what he had.
Well, guys, you got to remember, I think a lot of people don't know the story of Leandro Barbosa. This was the guy who was supposed to be the Suns' point guard of the future when they traded Stephon Marbury 3 years ago. But he had injuries throughout that year, and when Mike D'Antoni came in, they signed Steve Nash. And Mike D'Antoni said something to me earlier this year that I rarely have ever heard a coach say. He said, this was my fault. I tried to make Leandro Barbosa a backup point guard to Steve Nash.
Kobe going to see you in the Olympics, buddy. Let me stop.
When really, he's a scoring 2-guard. So all season, they've made him a scorer, and you've seen in this series, that's what he does, and that's his best benefit to this team, guys.
Good pass.
Personnel, David. Here's Marion.
Brick.
Can't quite get it to go. But that's what coaches do.
Kobe wants to
Coaches
rock.
Find out what the players' strengths are, and then they play to those strengths.
Kobe's only point this half came on a free throw, following a defensive 3-second violation.
Going right back to Lamar. Lamar with the points.
So Vujicic up the floor, making Nash work 94 feet to bring that ball up the floor. Here's Barbosa, let it go.
Ooh, damn. Man. Barbosa was on point. He was on point, man.
Game 7 has been better. 52 points on 9 shots.
22 ties his career high in the playoffs.
Supposed to get it to Lamar.
Tony Turner. Letting him track up, picking up by Steve. Look at Barbosa. So easy the game is for him tonight.
Mike D'Antoni, then he thought this morning in his office.
That's a mismatch.
6.3 here with something to go in the game. And Kobe Bryant would have only taken 3 shots in the second half for only 1 point. Or a technical foul for illegal defense.
Turner picks up a second personal foul. This is almost inexplicable, Doug. You guys are wondering now why he is not taking the shots. Remember, he has been not heavily criticized, but certainly is the topic in the Los Angeles media. He takes too many shots in Game 6, and I wonder if
Kobe still looks engaged, bro. Now you may disagree with his approach. You know, maybe he should have took some more shots. Maybe he should have attacked a little bit more earlier. But he still looks like he's into the game. He still looks like he's engaged on defensive end. He don't look like he's moping around. He's talking to the referees, talking to his teammates. You know, trying to run the offense.
Well, you know, his teammates weren't delivering the other night. Had he not taken those shots, they wouldn't have had any chance to win.
Damn.
Tommy, Steve, you just hit your last shot. Go
1-on-1, 73.
Sam Cassell.
How down that will be. Ujicic.
Rick.
Thomas the rebound.
Nash Jason on the three-point line inside that too.
Trying to pick off Kobe.
14 points and 10 rebounds. Nash has 13 points and 8 assists.
That's bad weak side defense.
Phil Jackson, what's he feeling right now? We've never been in this situation like this in Game 7. Has never lost a playoff series when he had to lead the series 1-4-0, and has never been beaten in the first round.
Man, he actually made that. That's just crazy.
Talking to him before the game, he talked about the growth of the organization and the young guys and what they're doing and what this has meant to them. And hopefully the Andrew Bynum and the Kwame Browns, Tony Terrio,
Rick.
continue to develop on that front line.
Kobe with the big rebound.
Step up next year in the Western Conference.
It's an entry pass.
On the Phoenix Suns. What's going through Phil Jackson's mind right now? His star players only taking a couple of shots in the second half. He's getting roundly defeated in this Game 7. And he is covering over his first round loss as a head coach in the NBA. It's been like it doesn't.
See, I think what happened was Kobe wanted to run things like that, but take over sooner. And Phil Jackson probably told him, hey, no, not Kobe, not right now. We're going to run this play through from Lamar Odom at the top of the key, and that's what it's going to be, you know. But I think it's this game right here, man.
The Suns are looking to advance in Game 7.
Clemenceau 18. Clemenceau 18. Go on. And by T-Mobile, official partner of the NBA playoffs.
The NBA playoffs continue Monday on TNT as the New Jersey Nets take on shattered Miami Heat in the game 1 of that series. Followed by the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Thunder Lakers, commanded by the Pistons on the Suns right now.
Shit's crazy because you can't run with Phoenix. Shit's crazy.
Coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern on TNT. Kobe Bryant has shot it 16 times. He has put in 24 points. Nash is out. He's battling a bad ankle, an ankle that he twisted earlier in this game tonight. He's got 13. Kobe is on the bench as well for Los Angeles.
Had to be an incredibly disappointing day for him today. Up 3-1 in this series, and the Suns look like they're going to come back and win 3 straight. Bruce Parker has really struggled over the last few games. Luke Walton struggled tonight. Kwame Brown, 2 of 10. So that young front line, as the series went on, just the numbers kept going down and down until today. But this could not match the firepower of this Phoenix Suns team.
It's only happened 8 times in the history of the NBA playoffs. A team up 3-1. Losing that, the team down. Coming back to win a series. Phoenix Suns. Number 1. 3 consecutive games.
The happiest guy's got to be Roger Bell. That guy would have lived all summer long with not getting there for his teammates in Game 6. Leandro Barbosa, Tim Thomas, and his teammates rescued him. And today he came out and did a great job to help his team with this man.
Ujicic inside. For a team like the Los Angeles Lakers got that
4 minutes left to go.
And they showed you through 4 games they were going to pound it. You take a look at Nash and the ice and that very sore right ankle. Lakers made no bones about it. They were going to shove it inside, pound it inside, and through the first 4 games, that counts something that we're writing. They're up 3 games to 1. But here we are tonight with a front bottom line, Odom, Moulton, and Brown that have been averaging 18 points collectively more than they all average in the regular year. One's 5 of 13, 4 of 11, Moulton, 2 of 10, Wally Brown, and that was the score. And then, of course, Bryant with only 16 tries. Very disappointing because they thought, the Lakers thought they'd certainly found some kind of antidote to this very explosive Phoenix team.
Well, when the pace of the game has been over 100, the Suns have won, but it wasn't. They didn't. It was pretty simple.
Damn.
The Lakers won all 3 games. They scored 99 points. It was sort of that magic George Mikan number, the great center of the Minneapolis Lakers. Number 99, the Lakers winning total in all 3 of the games was 99. Anytime Phoenix got up over 100, the pace is too fast. It's their game, and they have won.
Kobe don't look like he pouting or nothing, bro. He don't look like he pouting.
8.6 tonight by the Suns. Game 7 with us 61%. 88. Bird and McHale and that crew against Dominique and the Atlanta Hawks.
See, the interesting thing, you see the Lakers have no
And no DFJ, he didn't play the whole game, the whole fourth quarter. That's what we, me and J. Cool were talking to him on the live about that. Like, he was like, man, Kobe played the whole fourth quarter. No, he didn't, nigga. But, you know, these narratives, man, I'm telling you, we got to deal with them.
So when you go to the basket, you
Shout out to DFJ Wig. Y'all subscribe to his channel, man. DFJ Hoops, man. He a capping ass nigga, man, but he mean well.
Worry about getting the shots blocked. And if anybody helps you, then you kick out and you shoot 3, so you're afraid to help. So points in the paint tonight in the Suns' favor. In game 3, the Lakers outscored them 58-30. Points in the paint, had 19 more rebounds. Tonight, rebounding is basically...
They were balling points in the paint, Kwame and them.
Their game the entire night.
Shot clock is down to 6. Jones is back in. Dion to Jones. Broken up by Moulton. Fouled by Luke Walton. 7-8. NBA champion with Portland and Washington Suns. Of course, played at Tucson over at the University of Arizona.
How about that college team he played on? We got some talent there, didn't he? Gilbert Arenas, Iguodala, Jefferson, in the NBA, in the NCAA finals, you had Lauren Woods. I mean, they had like 4 NBA players on the team. And Duke had 5.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good NCAA final.
It is. The Suns have 7 players in double figures tonight.
Good pass.
With 3.
Good pass by Swift. That's good. Good ball movement. Nigga killing us. He ain't in garbage time trying to kill us. Yeah, nigga in garbage time.
Under the gun, needed to produce. Before we needed him the most, he has been great.
He has carved his niche in the NBA with his first round against the Lakers. James Jones, rebound.
Yeah, I think Phil should have just went ahead and let Kobe score, man. But he tried to run that play for Lamar at the top of the key. And
This is where reputations are built.
You know, the other night when David Aldridge interviewed him at halftime, when he got his butt busted, he's out there playing, just competing.
Well, I think Phil ultimately made the right decision. I don't think we were going to win this game no matter what we did, man. To be honest with you. I think it's just meant to be, man.
And you could just tell what a genuinely nice kid.
We pushed beyond our limits, man.
Almost want to run give the guy a hug. It's like, you know what, you're a great kid.
Eddie Howe.
3 of the series.
Eddie can shoot that shit.
Trips from Manson.
Good move by Sasha.
So you're thinking about game 1 that got here Monday
So the Suns are going to see once again a team that's going to try to pound them inside. Difference is they don't have a guy like Lamar Odom who gets the problems out on the perimeter with his size. It should be very interesting. Come Monday night here, Kevin, you and I will be here to enjoy it.
Tonight's Marine teamwork play of the game. The keys revisited. This is how we began our broadcast tonight.
Well, we said they wanted it fast, and as fast as they can get, 110 points.
They accomplished that shit. That shit crazy. 7 Suns for 10 points.
And Steve Nash and his team started shining like 7 Suns.
The pace in favor of them, 110 points. Points in the paint.
He came off the bench, he and Tim Thomas, for 36 points. They give them that kind of lift. They are some kind of team to watch.
Second seed in the West.
Story will be Kobe Bryant's 3 field goal attempts, only 3 in the second half. And a front line, which the Lakers had ridden very hard in the first 4 games to a 3-1 lead. Tonight, in a game 7, only 13 of 37. A combination of Odom, Walton, and Kwame Brown.
You know, it's going to be fun, Kevin. The next round against the Clippers, I'm such a big...
See, it's such a weird position to be in. Kobe's going to get criticized no matter what. Remember, Charles said if Kobe averages 42 and they lose, it's on him. You know, it's his fault because he averaged too much. Like, he didn't get his teammates involved. But if he play like this and they lose, it's still his fault. The story is going to be he only took 3 shots at the half. Fuck the way they played. Fuck the offense. Fuck the play calls that Phil Jackson ran. It's Kobe's fault. And see, that's why I say Kobe was put in the most unfair position out of any player I've ever seen. I've never seen any player go through this, what we're watching right now. Because he was going to get criticized no matter what. The only thing that would have saved him from criticism is if he would have won the series, which is a miracle of itself for them to be up 3-1 on the damn Suns. This is a 7th seed team that's going against the 2 seed Suns team. And everybody acts like they were the favorites. The only reason why people got them beating the Suns is because of Kobe. But if Kobe does too much, they're going to blame him for shooting the ball too much.
Brand guy, I just think the guy stands for
It's the most unique position in the history of the NBA. And so, you don't complain about it. It is what it is. But to put all this and say he quit, I didn't see no sign that he quit. Now, should he have shot in the ball a little bit more? Maybe. Like, considering the situation, they were double teaming him in certain spots. He could have made it more of a point. But then again, does he go against his head coach and just says, fuck that, I'm going to take all these shots? And then the motherfucker's going to call him selfish for not listening to Phil Jackson. And then Phil Jackson's book is going to be bigger than it was before. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he listened to his coach. He followed the game plan. And niggas is mad at him. And a lot of niggas who mad at him are mad at him because they're fans of other players. They didn't even watch this game, right? They have no clue what the fuck happened in this game. They just, you know, jump on the bandwagon of hate because they're trying to boost up a legacy of a certain individual or another individual.
Right, James. He's in the semifinals here coming up. You've got Cassell and Mobley, a couple veteran guards. Corey Maggette coming off the bench. Sean Livingston, who people have not seen this young kid play. He is a spectacular athlete.
Young Sean Livingston was a dog.
Great point guard, young kid. And this should be
trying to slam it. Burke has just come off the bench, tries to corral and does. Captain Burke, who is from Ireland. Eddie House. Wrapping up one of his skills. Feely was in for the first time in this game as well. They acquired him at a pretty good season. Burke for 3.
Man. Pat Burke. That nigga looked like a substitute teacher.
Quality of that Irishman. The only Irishman playing in the NBA. The Lakers finished the regular season 11 wins better than last year as Barbosa picks it up and saves.
Barbosa, you a stat patting ass nigga, man. Shout out to Leandro Barbosa. You a stat patting ass nigga, man.
So the Lakers have a lot of things to go on for last year into next season. And that is what they have to have. Plus they got Kobe Bryant. Look at the rebound.
Well, I think their young front line is going to be key to how much better they can continue to get.
Damn.
I'll tell you how, he's put down a couple threes since coming in the game late in the game.
Kevin, you know what?
This game was such
Let me tell you
bullshit.
something. That game that they lost to LA, when they were down 3-1, devastating emotional loss. They had to lead one twice. They lost to go down 3-1. The last 3 games has showed an incredible amount of character with this team. There was no quit in this team. They fought through adversity. But Steve Nash stepping up after making the 2 errors and just said, guys, I've got to be better. Everybody rallied. Roger Bell gets suspended. Barbosa comes. I mean, the storyline, Tim Thomas, the big 3, to send it into overtime. They win in overtime. It has been an incredible turnaround after an emotionally devastating Game 4 loss.
The Phoenix Suns never trailed. They held a double-digit lead for the final 30 minutes of the game. The biggest lead.
Eddie House ignorant as hell. That's okay, because we would end up winning the championship and knocking Phoenix out to do so. So, you know, it all worked its way out.
It's the previous worst loss in a Game 7 for the Los Angeles Lakers. You got all the way back to the 1970 NBA Finals against the New York Knicks. Kobe Bryant was taken out a couple minutes ago, 3 inches in the line. Inexplicable second half in game really. 43 minutes, 16 tries, 24 points. I don't know if he's sick or injured or what, but that will be something for papers and television even to find out after the game. Right now,
Sick or injured, like y'all all knew the game plan. The game plan was to go inside. It didn't work out. He trusted his teammates. It didn't work. Everybody's talking about what's the speculation, blah blah blah. But the talking heads didn't go in detail about the game plan or none of that shit. All they did was create a storyline.
it's all about the Phoenix Suns. They've come back from a 3-1 deficit and beat the Lakers in the first round.
So that's gonna do it. I'm gonna let y'all decide. You know what I'm saying? Y'all decide. Yeah, really, I don't give a fuck what you think. For me personally, I don't believe Kobe quit. His demeanor, you know, didn't really look like a guy's demeanor when he quits. He looked like he had his head up. He looked like he was engaged on the offensive, defensive end. He just didn't look aggressive. He just wasn't scoring aggressively, but he still made an attempt to try and get, trying to make cuts, trying to catch the ball, pass it to the post. He still was directing people on defense, and it just ain't work out. You know, they tried to run the Lamar Odom play that Phil wanted to run. They ran that for a good amount of possessions, about 4 or 5 possessions. Maybe even more than that. And the game just got away from them while doing it. Now, should have Kobe bucked up against Phil? Maybe he should have just started taking some shots, but he would have been criticized for that too. So it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, this breakdown, this part 2 of the 2006 Lakers versus Suns Game 7. Man, if you like this channel, like and subscribe, man. Show me love. Hit hit the notification bells. But your like and subscribe, it puts me in the algorithm, y'all. So please, 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 if you like the content, hit the like, show it, right? Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel in the comment section, and I'm out. Peace.
That's right.